Just a warning, this video is going to discuss very sensitive themes that are not suitable for children, despite what Disney would want you to believe.
I am bisexual and I came out 6 years ago.
I am bisexual and I also support them.
இத பத்தி நான் பேசி வீட்ல நிறைய சண்டை வரும் ஏனா அவங்களுக்கு புரியாது ஆனா ஆரம்பிச்சோனா உங்களுக்கு புரியறதுக்கு ரொம்ப ஈஸி
நான் ஒரு assistant professor plus we are here for the pride march so that we can support gender equality.
It's not fair that just because of our sexuality or gender we don't get the same rights as anybody else.
ஆணும் பெண்ணும் தான் ஒண்ணா இருக்கணும் அப்படிலாம் இருக்கு. அது வந்து LGBT lesbian ஏனா ஒரே ஜெண்டர்ல இருக்கவங்க வந்து ஒண்ணா இருக்கலாம் அப்படினு அதுதான் நாங்க செலிப்ரேட் பண்ண வந்திருக்கோம். நீங்க யாரா இருந்தா உங்க லேபிள் எப்படியா இருந்தாலும் பரவாயில்லை you are accepted here. அதுதான் நாங்க செலிப்ரேட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். இங்க எல்லாரும் டிஃபரண்டா ட்ரெஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க எல்லாரும். So no matter who you are, what you are, we are all accepted here. We are all welcome here.
இல்ல I think இது ரொம்ப important எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியணும் that it is normal to be whatever you are.
Well, viewers, we're straight away cutting across to some breaking developments that we're getting from the state of Kerala now. It is a big win for the Kerala Muslim lesbian couple. The Kerala High Court has allowed the couple Adila Nazreen and Fatima Noora to live together after the couple faced threats from their families for their choice of wanting to live together as well. Remember, there was a huge controversy when it comes to the couple that had been fighting for their rights to just live together, and they had been facing several threats from their family members, from their community members as well. Let's take a look at this conversation that my colleague Ashwin had with Adila Nazreen.
22-year-old Adila Nazreen is harping her hopes on the constitution of this country and the law, which allows her to stay with anybody, any individual of her choice. She has been in a relationship with another partner of hers, Fatima Noora. Both of them have openly stated they are lesbians and they would want to live with each other, and they have been in a relationship for over 5 years. Today she is waging a battle as the families have split them up. Let's hear from her what she has to say about this entire situation which she is going through. Adila, so what is it, what has happened to you recently? What has happened? Your partner Fatima Noora is not with you. What happened?
Actually, we are a lesbian couple, me and Fatima Noora, and we came to know about each other during our plus 1 and plus 2 days, during school days, and we got committed during plus 2, and then our parents got a relationship and they were against it, and we were like we won't do it again, but we were lying to them and we still continued our relationship. And we decided to leave our house once we finish our degree and we get a job. Right now we are having a job and we completed our degree. So we left our home this month, and then things started to fall upside down. Things were not like what we thought. It became very complicated. My parents took the responsibility of me and my Noora, and they told us that they will try to convince Noora's family, but things were not what they said. They were just playing with us. My family also mentally tortured me and Noora, and then one day Noora's mother and sister came and she showed me a petition which stated that I kidnapped Noora, and she told that she will take Noora with her, not me, and then she will produce Noora in front of the court and let her tell that we are in a relationship, and then her mother will support us, like that she told. But we were not agreeing with it because Noora told me that if she is going alone, she doesn't believe that she will come to me again. Like they are very cruel. They will they will also try to kill her, and there were several threats.
In Malaysia, 2 women were found guilty of attempting to have sex. They were caned publicly in what was the first punishment of its kind. The 2 women, aged 22 and 32, were caned 6 times each in the Terengganu Sharia High Court after the sentence was read out. This has led to a major outcry in Malaysia, with former Deputy Malaysian Prime Minister and LGBT activists decrying the punishment meted out to the women.
Disney's box office flop, Strange World, has caused quite the controversy. It is the latest flick amongst a string of LGBTQ-themed content geared towards children. The film features a teenage boy, Ethan, who finds himself in a loving homosexual relationship, a romance that is celebrated by his woke family and friends. Yes, a homosexual teen romance story in a children's film. And yes, I said children's film. The children's film that featured a lesbian couple with, get this, an on-screen kiss. It's shocking that this is all pitched as children's content, yet given Disney's open agenda that has been explicitly made clear, we can only expect to see more.
One of our execs stood up and said, you know, we only have a handful of queer leads.
But we can no longer afford to take a back seat or idle approach when it comes to what our children are exposed to and what we consume. We need to be well aware of the current state of films, TV programs, and even textbooks that we allow into our homes and even into our children's schools. It is no secret that we are already seeing drag parades for preschoolers, school counsellors encouraging sex changes,
Gender dysphoria is a condition where a person's physical, biological sex is one, say a boy, but in the person's mind they think they're really a girl, or vice versa. It's not something that you can identify on any objective test. You can't do a blood test, for example. You can't do MRI imaging. You can't do genetic testing to actually find this gender identity. My name is Dr. Michael Laidlaw. I'm an endocrinologist in Rockland, California. This gender identity, which is really a child saying, I believe I'm this, I believe I'm a boy, I believe I'm a girl, something opposite of their body. Once they say that, they go down this road of gender affirmative therapy. That consists of social transition, wearing, say, stereotypical clothes of the opposite sex to pretend that they're the opposite sex, then these puberty blockers, then these cross-sex hormones, and then finally surgical modifications to the body to try to make the person appear that they're the opposite sex. Puberty blockers are powerful hormones. They act on a small gland in the brain called the pituitary, and this controls the sex organs. For example, testicles make testosterone, ovaries make estrogen, and the pituitary controls that happening. Now, these blockers stop this action. And it's important to bear in mind that there's very small groups of people controlling these societies. Small groups of people are making these pronouncements, and then when physicians want to turn to what's the best practice, they're finding these things. And there's no rigorous research done, there's no controlled studies. It's very poor research, but it's, I guess, politically correct to go down these roads by these organizations. Doctors will feel compelled to follow what their organization says without really looking into the evidence necessarily. There is heavy-duty propaganda basically going on. But these gender clinics have sprung up and have multiplied all across the country. The numbers are going up around the world, in the UK, Canada, here, other places. More and more kids are being diagnosed with this, and there's a social contagion component. Kids going on to YouTube, Tumblr, things like that. So the cases are rising.